Hey everyone, welcome back to the Park Report, your go-to source for rides, rumors, and perspective. My name is Charlie. I'm out here at Universal Studios Florida. It is a hot one today. We're going to do a full walkthrough for some of the big changes happening at the resort. The weather is crazy. The attendance today is actually not too bad, which is great, but I am over here in the shade trying to get some relief from the heat. So anyway, I've got some big updates for you regarding Epic Universe. We have the return of Jaws in the parks, which is really surprising for the summer. Some major smoking policy changes for the parks as well. We have some farewell merchandise available for purchase. We also have some new annual pass holder perks for the summer as well, which is really nice to see. Universal really loves their annual pass holders, which is great. And lastly, we have a big tech change and closures coming to Volcano Bay. So let's go ahead and get into it and try to get out of this heat. 3, 2, 1. All right, our first stop is in the San Francisco area of the park, where Universal is celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jaws. They are offering a limited time Amityville pop-up shop. The film Jaws originally premiered on June 20th of 1975, directed by Steven Spielberg, and it basically invented the concept of a summer blockbuster. For those of you who don't know, Universal Orlando actually built a Jaws ride when it grand opened in 1990. It ended up getting a full overhaul due to a failed opening. As a matter of fact, most of the grand opening rides at Universal had poor operations, and Universal responded with offering free return tickets for the future. Now, after a lengthy retooling of the ride, it did reopen officially and formally in 1993 to much fanfare. The attraction took guests on a tour through shark-infested waters with fire, explosions, simulated gunshots, and of course that classic skipper banter. Now, the ride was retired in 2012 to make way for Diagon Alley, but now fans can celebrate with a new 50th anniversary merchandise pop-up shop. This includes t-shirts, mugs, posters, the signs, various merchandise items. There's even some old school Amity theming in the area, which was really nice. They have a mock-up of one of the Amityville boats. And this is going to bring that seaside town charm back to life. It's a must-see for Universal fans. All right, let's talk Epic Universe. Now, this newest theme park opens in just a few days from now, on Thursday, May 22nd of 2025. The park features 5 immersive lands. I'm sure you've all seen it. We've talked about it on this park as well. So, yeah, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Super Nintendo World, Isle of Berk, Monsters Universe, and of course that super immersive Celestial Park in the center. The headline right now, unfortunately, is that Harry Potter and the Battleattheministry, which is the main attraction that everyone's waiting for Harry Potter. The ride did reopen early with a standby queue, which sounds great. We all have been asking for this. Whenever Universal opened up that virtual queue, it was not great. So unfortunately, the downside is that Reddit is lit up with reports of wait times hitting 2, 3, even 5 hours. And this has been ever since they opened it up with that standby queue. So the question is here, what is the right move? To open early as far as standby queue, or should Universal have kept the virtual queue and waited until all of the bugs were worked out? Now, I personally prefer the option to wait, just to wait into the queue line. I don't like the park dictating if I can experience a ride or not, just based off of luck. And the virtual queue, it really seemed like it was just luck. If you were not there at the right time, at the right moment, opening the app and clicking the button, it was a luck of the draw, and you were not going to get in. So, anywho, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And I'll definitely keep an eye out on this news here, but for now, if you're going to the park, if you're going to Epic anytime soon, bring your patience because you're going to need it. One quick but important update: Universal has removed all designated smoking areas from inside the parks. So just to kind of go over, here's what you can, this is where you can smoke now. So at Universal Studios Florida, it's going to be right outside that main entrance near security, by the exit. Islands of Adventure, it's just going to be outside the turnstiles right before the security booth. And at Volcano Bay, it's going to be at the shuttle drop-off area right before you board the buses to go back to the park. I did a walkthrough here through the smoking area, the former smoking area in Universal Studios Florida, and it was a ghost town. Apparently, if you can't smoke here, no one wants to be here. There's no shade. There are nice benches, which is great, but in the Florida heat, no one's going to want to sit here and just hang out. So really interesting to see what Universal does with this space, if they add more shades, umbrellas, maybe some more drink stands around the area. So now this is going to be a larger push toward being a more family-friendly environment, and it brings Universal in line with Disney and other major parks around the world. Big waves are hitting Volcano Bay. Starting October 1st of 2025, Universal is officially retiring the TapuTapu wearable system. This was the armband that you would get in for free. When you checked into the park, you would get that armband for free, and it allowed you to tap into a virtual queue while you did things around the park. It allowed you to walk around, grab merchandise, get food and drink, and anything else you wanted to do, maybe go into the lazy river. Well, no more virtual queues, no more wristbands. From now on, it's going to be back to the good old-fashioned standby line. Now, rumor suggests that Universal is actually just replacing the TapuTapu band with a facial recognition. Now, this would implement the use of facial scans access for the park, for lockers, and even for the Universal Pay. Now, this system is already in use with much success. All the Universal parks currently use the facial recognition for park entry. You don't even need a ticket. You can even, as a first-time guest, you can even do a pre-scan of your face before you enter the park, and that'll allow you to enter the park with no issue or no delay. In addition to the facial recognition for park entry, Epic Universe is using it currently for their locker system, for locker access. And the other reason for that is that the other parks, Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, those lockers currently utilize the ticket system. It does not have the facial recognition scanners. I don't see why they couldn't add that in the future, but currently only Epic Universe is using it for locker access. One additional thing is that Epic Express Pass access is now testing here at the main parks with facial recognition. Now, it's going on a limited time basis. They're not doing it consistently. It seems just to be more of a test and adjust period for them. So more to come on that, but very, very interesting. Now, also beginning October of 2026, it hasn't really been official on the date, Volcano Bay will shift to a seasonal schedule. So they're going to be closing in the fall, and they're going to reopen each spring. This is going to allow them time for slide refurbishments, slide upgrades. It could even be an expansion or two. And of course, this is all going to happen during the off season. What does that mean? It's also going to mean a shorter water park season moving forward for regular guests and annual pass holders. So that's just something to think about if you plan on getting an annual pass with that Volcano Bay perk. Now, that being said, are there people that really visit the water park when it's cold? I don't ever see it very busy during that time, and there's often times where when it gets too cold, they will actually close the park. So more to come on that. I'll keep you updated here at the Park Report. All right, let me stop here and take a moment. I just want to thank you for joining us here at the Park Report. Again, my name is Charlie. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. You're really going to help me go a long way. I'm almost at 300 subscribers as of the recording of this video. I'm at 260. I really need your support here. I'm trying to get monetized. So if you're liking what you see, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate that. All right, now let's talk about some summer love for Universal's annual pass holders. Because the perks this season are actually pretty solid. First up, epicuniverse access comes with extra benefits. We are going to be able to use a 15% dining and merch discount for those premier pass holders, and the preferred pass holders get 10% off. We also do have parking perks, which really we were all unsure of. So we do get access to that free prime parking, and if you're a premier pass holder, you do get access to the valet as well, included. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't tip your driver. So please make sure you tip those valet attendants. They really do and can use that support there. Something really interesting to see is that there's also a new Florida specialty license plate, a vanity plate for Universal fans. You can actually grab a pre-sale voucher online or at the park for $33. And that's going to cover your first year, plus any DMV fees that you may have to pay. Now, what's really cool is that Disney fans have had this for years now. So this is going to be a fun way to rep your fandom here at Universal when you drive. And don't miss the exclusive Universal Orlando pass holder summer perks. They are offering a free limited edition Jaws magnet and Stardust Racers pin, and that's going to be available through May 22nd. There's also going to be special dining offers and secret menu items. 5% off of the My Universal Photos package for annual pass holders. So if you're already a pass holder, it's a good time to take advantage. And if not, maybe it's a good time to join the club. And finally, let's pour out one for an icon. Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit is officially set to close in early September of 2025. It's only just a few months away, guys. Now, the coaster opened in 2009. And it's famous for its vertical lift hill, non-inverting loop, and onboard music playlist, where you could actually rock out to anything and everything from Motley Crue to Kanye West, while also flying through the skyline at 65 miles per hour, which is kind of crazy. But over the years, Rockit has had its challenges for sure. Rough ride experiences, breakdowns, even full-scale train overhauls. We've also seen the trains valley, and they've actually had to add brakes at the lift hill so that they could valley the cars safely and not keep the guest stuck at the very top. Despite that, fans like Rocket Man rode it over 10,000 times. I cannot believe that. No joke there. Well, Farewell merchandise has dropped in the park, so if you love Rip Ride Rockit, if this is one of your favorite rides, t-shirts and magnets are available for purchase to mark the end of an era. And while there's no official word yet, rumors are pointing toward a Intamin multi-launch coaster taking its place. There's actually already been building permits for the spot, for the space, and this is hopefully going to promise smoother thrills and a modern upgrade that is desperately needed for the front of the park. And also, it's going to add to the lineup, so hopefully we will see that there, and more to come. All right, theme park fans, thanks for joining us at another episode of The Park Report. My name is Charlie. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.